This is the Pal Talk News Network.
The views expressed are solely those of the speaker and not necessarily those of paltalk.com, AVM Software, or its advertisers.
Good evening, folks, or should I say addicts. That's right. News Talk is online. News Talk Online is a production of paltalk.com, the largest multimedia interactive program on the internet with more than 4 million unique users. On demand on iTunes, on YouTube, and on a number of other sites that it's so numerous that I can't even mention all of them now, but you might want to check out Blip TV. And, of course, Gary Baumgarten's blog. As you know right now, the Pal Talk News Network site is down for maintenance, but will be up in another 2 or 3 days. So please have patience, and we apologize for the inconvenience. Thanks to our friends on CRN Digital Talk Radio. We're syndicated coast to coast across the United States to 12 million additional households. And thank you to Digital Sounds Barnsley in the United Kingdom, ASI Radio and TV, Hinderholt Cafe, and a number of other entities that are syndicating our show. I am your guest host, Boaz Frankel. Gary Baumgarten is on assignment in Washington. He'll be reporting back here tomorrow at 5 p.m. New York time for tomorrow's show. But today, instead of getting into politics, and I really could have done that, and we'll probably have a 10-minute, we hope to have a 10-minute segment at the bottom of the hour from our Washington correspondents that report on a daily basis to the Pal Talk News Network here live on the show at about halftime after the break. If they do call in, we will certainly hear the report from them. But today I wanted to get into something else. I wanted to get into something interesting that I think that touches every single one of us. And I've been ranting about that a few minutes before the show. And that is internet addiction. That's right, internet addiction. What is internet addiction? And do you have it? Are you infected by it like a virus or a plague or a cold or a flu or maybe some other sickness? Maybe it's a health issue with you. And hopefully when we do have health care here in the United States in a couple of years, maybe that will be covered too. Who knows? Internet addiction. Well, 20 years ago, the only people who spent a majority of their leisure time on the computer were paid members of the technology industry. But today, however, surfing the web has become a pastime as social and marketable as bar hopping or going to the movies. As the web has become a part of mainstream life, some mental health professionals have noted that a percentage of people using the web do so in a compulsive and out-of-control manner. That's right. In one case, an unemployed mother allegedly spent over 12 hours a day secluded from her 3 young and neglected children while she surfed the web. For better or for worse, this phenomenon of compulsive internet use has been termed internet addiction. That's right. Based on its similarity to common addictions such as smoking, like I do, drinking, like James does, and gambling, like so many other people do. But internet addiction has even been referred to as an actual disorder, mental disorder. That's right. Online activities included under the banner of this addiction may include, and listen carefully, cybersex, cyber pornography, online affairs, multi-user role-playing online games, shopping, as an example, shopping on eBay or Amazon.com or other sites like that, online gambling, extensive surfing. That's an interesting one, extensive surfing. Can anybody categorize himself or herself as being an extensive surfer, that you just sit there and you go from one website to another, to another, to another, to another, and to another, and you're just not satisfied. That's extensive surfing. Do you do that? Think about it for a second. Well, a new study published in Perspectives in Psychiatric Care says that internet addiction is a serious problem, manifesting itself in between 5% and 10% of all surfers worldwide. Now, I don't know how many surfers there are worldwide, ladies and gentlemen, but that's a heck of a lot, even if it's 5%. And somehow I have a feeling that it's more than 10%, but that's just my own opinion. Now, here's the big question. How do you know if you have internet addiction? Well, if your internet use pattern interferes with your life in any way, shape, or form, and I mean in any way, shape, or form, an example, does it impact your work, family life, relationships, school? You may have a problem. In addition, if you find that you are using the internet as a means to regularly alter your mood, you may be developing a problem. What does that mean? It means that if you're pissed off, you're down, what do? You flip the computer on, you sit down, you start surfing. Haven't we heard that one before? You're pissed off, you're down, you pour yourself a drink. Same pattern. It is important to note that it is not the actual time spent online that determines if you have a problem, but rather how that time you spend impacts your life. Now, you got to think about that. The time that you spend on the internet and how it impacts your life, meaning if you weren't on the internet, what would you be doing? Yeah, I'm making you thirsty, huh? Am I, James? That's nice. Go ahead. Get another bottle of beer. That's fine with me. I really don't know if I am addicted to the internet. I honestly don't know. I know that I do all my work on the internet, so I don't know if I can say that is an addiction, because I have to be here. I have to do this work. But on the other hand, I can't exclude myself, because, after all, it's my choice to be here on the internet, to work on the internet. One of the things that really concerns me about this addiction to the internet is the younger generation, our teens generation. Teens and younger, they spend a lot of time on the internet. I mean, they are after all, they were born with the internet. I mean, they were born into the web, born into this technology. I mean, some of us here that are in our 40s or 50s, whenever we were kids, we grew up without the internet. We didn't know what it was. Internet, cell phones with texting and MMS and all that stuff. We don't have that. By the way, that